So welcome everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy FlyIsland guy, and today we are in Nevis. We're going to be taking a short hop over to Clayton J. Lloyd International, also known as the Valley in Anguilla. I think the Valley is actually the name of the area. I'm not 100% sure there, but that's where we're going to be heading. As you can see, we are in the BN-2 Islander today with the St. Bart commuter livery, so should be an interesting flight today. Just taking a late evening flight. It's not very long. St. Kitts or Nevis and Anguilla are pretty close to each other, so it's about a 35-minute flight or so to get there. Now, the interesting thing about this flight is that although there is a published approach, we're going to be landing on runway 11 today. There is a published approach here. However, in the GPS on the BN-2 Islander, there's nothing there. So you kind of have to wing it a little bit, and to make matters even worse, the actual waypoints, not even all the waypoints I'm able to pull up in the GPS. So right now our flight plan has us flying towards Atmat, and basically what I'm going to do is just follow. One second, it's getting a little loud out there. Basically what I'm going to do is just follow the flight plan. So we'll hit Atmat at 2,600 feet, and then we'll turn to 052 for 7 nautical miles and head to, well, what would have been PF11I, but in this case we'll just travel for 7 nautical miles on heading 052, and we'll descend to 1,760 feet, and then from there we shall make a right turn onto 105 and just do a visual approach onto runway 11 in Anguilla. It's pretty good weather. From what I've seen, looking at the weather for Anguilla today, it's 28 degrees Celsius, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Ceiling is at cloud ceiling is at 12,000 feet, and there is few clouds or scattered clouds at 1,700 feet, and the winds are 11 knots. So pretty benign weather conditions, and it's similar conditions here in Nevis today. So let's get the engine started, and we are going to get out of here. So I haven't flown this guy for a little while, so I am looking forward to it. Should have everything pretty much all set up. So actually, first thing I'll do is I shall turn the beacons on. Which one is it? This guy can come on, and get the magnetos on. We shall start with the left engine as usual. Just give it a little throttle when you start the engine, and you should be good to go. Once you raise the prop RPM, then you could bring the engines back to idle when they shouldn't cut out, which I learned the hard way. Alright, so let's start the right engine, well, the starboard engine. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I think I know what's going on here. I think that's the issue. Alright. Right engine started. Let's get the left engine started. Looking and sounding good. So we're just going to bring the prop RPM up and then just pull the throttle back to idle. Very good. All right. So my boy is with me today as usual. You know, it's my partner in crime. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. Just set my altimeter real quick. We'll bring our generator switches on. And just want to make sure I have everything on. Everything else looks good. Get our taxi lights on as well. Alright, and we'll be departing runway 10 today. Runway 10 is heading from our right to our left. So we'll be turning right and heading to the runway. This is a beautiful scenery that was created by Artpool, I believe. I'll have to go back and look at my notes. So I've had it installed for a little while now. So nothing coming. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the runway. This is the shortest runway here at here in Nevis, but I mean we have more than enough runway to take off for sure. We landed the Banderante here very comfortably, so should not be a problem taking off from this guy. Alright, let's get our landing lights on. Flaps are already down, we should be good to go, so let's get out of here. Looking about 55 knots for rotation. Rotate. I absolutely love flying this guy just because it's pretty easy to handle. Flaps up. Looks like we got some waves over there. Just want to see if they updated the water masking here. Doesn't look so. Alright, so let's get on flight plan. And then go ahead. I'm the autopilot. Turn on nav mode. Hold altitude right now. That's not good. to just see where we're flying first, and then just want to make sure we're not about to crash into this mountain. It doesn't look like it. Alright. So we're going to 10,000 feet again. And vertical speed mode is on. Just climbing 500 feet. We don't need to do anything too crazy today. So it's another beautiful day for island hopping. I honestly can't get enough of the Caribbean, man. In fact, I was just kind of sitting down thinking the other day in terms of what I should do, like moving forward. And I think what I'm gonna do is once I reach level 5 in OnAir, I've mentioned this a few times before, I'm going to purchase the CJ4, and as I mentioned before, I'm going to take the CJ4 to Europe. So that's the plan for that. So I want to tour around Europe in the CJ4, and I think what I'm also going to do is rent maybe the Islander or the Banderante. I'm not too sure which one, and we'll use that to just continue exploring the Caribbean, taking jobs around there. And these should be, hopefully they'll be cheaper to rent than the King Air was. Maybe not, might be more, but regardless, I want to do that more so for fun, just to enjoy and explore the Caribbean a little more. I don't know if the Islander is going to have the range to travel to a lot of those places that are around the Caribbean, but I do want to have an excuse to keep flying it. So we'll see. I might do it in the Islander, see how things go. Hope everyone has had a great weekend. It's been cool for me. Restrictions have been getting lifted a little bit over here, so been able to go back to the gym and all that. But it's getting just uncomfortably hot right now. Like in this room, where my computer is that I play Flight Simulator on, it's just really it's just super hot inside here. So right now I'm like sweating. It's probably about 90 degrees inside here, but I really don't want to move at all. Interesting. I'm trying to get back to just the regular window. Not sure what's going on here. Normally I should be seeing the map, but map is not coming up for some reason. So this is Bradshaw, Bradshaw International and St. Kitts to our left. This is St. Kitts looking awesome. Not a huge fan of the the waves. Like the static waves, but I guess the imagery that they're using has waves on it, so it's kind of weird, but it's all good though. Actually, let's make a good picture. I don't know what to do. There we go. Okay, so we really need to figure out what's going on with this GPS, because I honestly have no idea. There we go. Okay. So it was this this little selected thing down the bottom, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay. And the autopilot's actually, is it on? Cool, now we're back on track. So we've just passed St. Kitts, or passing St. Kitts right now to the left. As I said, we're doing a really slow climb today. We're not trying to get up to altitude very, very quickly. We're only halfway there right now. Once we hit the motor waypoint, I think a little while after that we'll start a descent down to whatever the waypoint is after that. Down to Opmod. There we go. So I'll just have to do the calculation to figure out how long it would take to descend. 7,000 feet roughly in 20 nautical miles. I don't know the rule of three off the top of my head, but I think I tried to figure this out last time. I think it's something like whatever the difference in altitude is, could be like 7,000 feet divided by, man, I don't know, I keep forgetting. Let me look up what the rule of three is. Okay. For every 1,000 feet. I don't know why I'm looking this up, because I'm just going to use my descent calculator anyway. So you can look at that for now. But pretty much it is 3 nautical miles should be allowed for every 1,000 feet of descent. So for descent at 8,000, then we'll need roughly 24 nautical miles, 21 nautical miles. Yeah, it's around 7,000. So 21 nautical miles should be allowed for the descent. So, yeah. Then there's more to it at that. I just want to get into the habit of being able to like calculate what my descent rate should be, and I just don't have that down. Really, I've been heavily reliant on VNAV and my descent profile calculator and all that good stuff. So, anyways, folks, I'm just going to enjoy this view right now. Just a beautiful, beautiful evening flight here. Nice fluffy clouds, no thunderstorms, nothing, sunlight reflecting off the water. I say this every video, but I am absolutely loving the way that FS 2020 is looking right now and performing. I've had some pretty fantastic flights since I updated it last. So anyway, I'm going to continue cruising, and I will hit you guys back when we start our descent into Anguilla. Alright? I'll be back. Alright, and welcome back, everyone. I was kind of lost in my own little world. Forgot to come back and update you guys on where we are. So we have started our descent into Anguilla. Actually, if you look off to the right here, this is St. Maarten, and I was seeing a little bit of traffic, flights heading in and out. See, there's one plane right there, that little shiny spot. So I've been seeing some traffic coming in and out of St. Maarten, which is cool. Right now we are at 3,500. Descending down to 2,600 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into heading mode, and let's see. I'm going to basically just bug straight ahead, and we're just going to go into heading mode. And once we cross this waypoint, we're 1.5 nautical miles away from, I forget the name of the waypoint. Atmat, sorry, it's right there. Once we cross this waypoint, we're going to turn to 052. And then we're going to go that way for 7 nautical miles. Crossed it officially. Oops. So we're gonna go right about, let's see, that's it. And we're just going to use this guy here. So let's say when it hits about 8 nautical miles, we can, when it hits about 8 nautical miles, we can go ahead and make the turn towards the runway. I just realized I wasn't too sure how it actually determined 8 nautical miles. Since we're not really Since we're not really like referencing anything per se, we're just kind of heading towards the airport now. This is going to be a fully visual approach, and let's descend to 1700, well 1800 actually, and vertical speed mode on. We're just gonna have to keep an eye out for the runway. According to, actually, let me check my speed as well. Okay. So, according to this guy, that's the wrong one. We're gonna turn to heading 105. Okay, so that's where we're gonna head next. When this gets down to about 8 nautical miles, and at that point the runway should be somewhere in front of us. This is Anguilla off to the right of us, right here, and the airport should be somewhere in the middle here of the island. So the plane this small, I don't mind doing like a visual approach like this. Because the plane handles really well. It's kind of easy to control. It's not like we're flying in with a big jet. But I'm not too sure what's up with the GPS. I've had those issues like quite a few times where couldn't find the waypoints, so okay. Yeah, so we're at 1800. And the distance is 10 nautical miles. Okay, we're gonna be a little off. We're actually passing the airport. The airport's probably like behind us somewhere. That's fine though. So we could increase our angle probably to like 110, 115. Let's just do that now. So I'm just pulling it at 115 because the airport should sort of be off to our right a little bit. I can't see anything right now. Let's see. I think I see something here. Something red, so that must be the runway. Those are some approach lights, my friend. Okay, so let us actually dump the autopilot. I'm just gonna do this by hand. So the weird thing is we didn't have any other options for approaches, so I couldn't even say, well, let me like do a VOR approach or something like that, because it's just It's not there. But that's fine though. Okay. So runway is sort of off to our right. I mean our left. And it's saying that we're too high now. So I just put down a notch of flap basically. Terrain is kind of messed up around here. Right, we're pretty much fully configured to land. Approach lights say we're too high, but it doesn't feel high. I actually feel like we're a little low. See some boats in the water. Some 2D boats, but still boats nonetheless. Lined up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Anguilla. Alright. Decent flight. Turn the landing lights off. Flaps already up as well. Strobes can come off too. What is that? Alright, here we are. Sorry for that weird, that kind of weird pause, stop, taxi. we are here, folks. And our camera was left way behind. Hope you guys enjoyed this flight. It's a real simple one. Quite enjoy just kind of dotting around in the Islander. Just getting one last view before we shut it off. Alright, let's cut the engines. Yeah, definitely hope that everyone enjoyed the flight. It was cool. Next video coming up should be our last OnAir flight, which I'm excited about. Well, the last one of the North American tour, and then after that, we're going to be starting some new adventures around the Caribbean for now. For the next set of flights for OnAir, going to be around the Caribbean, and then we're going to be making our way over to Europe. So I'm excited about that. Thank you everyone for supporting. I see some new bunch of new subscribers that have come in. It's awesome. Just watching the channel grow. We're still really small, but we're a lot bigger than we used to be. So definitely appreciate that. Thank you everyone for supporting. I will catch you next time, and as always, stay safe and stay fly. Peace.